Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 14th. So this week, I feel like I need to say this to Scorpio because, it's been coming up for you for a couple weeks now, and it's all about trying, very much, it's like half of you are doing work, and that's what you want to do. You just want to work, and you're trying to perfect things at work. And then the other half of you are trying to find love and things like that. But the message I've been getting for you, and that keeps coming up, is it's like, a lot of you seem to be waiting for the perfect time to to strike, to do whatever it is that you're trying to get at, in work or business or in love and spirituality or something along those lines. But the message really is there is no perfect time, and if you keep trying to wait, then you'll just end up waiting. I feel like I need to say this, too. I don't like to talk about myself in these readings or anything like that, but some of you know, some of you don't, but I own several other businesses that are away from spirituality and things like that. But before I started those businesses, I was working, and I hated working for people, never liked it. And I was always waiting. I always had dreams of starting a business and always thought about doing it and things. But, I was always watching like astrology videos, and they'd be like, now is not a good time to do, to do whatever. So wait. So I'd wait. And then they'd be like, then the next month would roll around and be the same thing. And it's like always the same thing with astrology, always warning against things. I feel like some of you need to hear this message, so that's why I'm saying it. But before I knew it, it was like 3 years later, and I had done nothing. So and then one day I just eventually just stopped listening and decided that half the time what they said in astrology didn't happen, even card reading videos and stuff like that. The reading that you have for this week is really just like, go for it and just do it, and don't end up, it's kind of like a warning for me, because you don't end up like me, like 3 years down the road, looking back like, wow, I did nothing with those 3 years. It's a lot different today, but still, it's still, just go, because you have the Seven of Clubs first, which is all about being successful, actually having success there in every single way. Clubs are all about success. I mean, they will bring success into any area of your life that you desire. But it is a card of overcoming internal fears, really having to trust yourself. It's all about self-trust. It's a big message for you this week. It's kind of like I said at the beginning of reading, just go for it kind of week. Just do it. Don't listen to what's going on in the astrology. Don't listen to all these there's all these retrogrades and things like that. It really just says, sometimes you just have to go and you just have to do it. And that's this card. It's all about believing that, you're good enough to do things, whatever it is that you're trying to do in work, business, or love. Like I said, seems to be in those areas for a lot of you. You're good enough. The answer is going to be yes, whatever it is, and you just need to go for it, especially with this card. It's all about, like I said, fears that are internal. Seven of Clubs is usually what that means, and those fears actually don't even exist, the things that you're afraid of. Things have been challenging for a long time for a lot of signs, so it's like, our minds have been trained now to immediately go to the negative, to become very reactive, and especially with the way the media is and things like that. But people have become, they just react. They have these crazy overreactions and things like that. I was going to do videos on this, but I try not to make my channel too out there. But it's like there are a lot of examples of this, and so just know that none of these fears are real, and you just definitely need to go for whatever you're trying to go for. Clubs are all about growth. You have another clubs coming up next, so growth is definitely there in your life. Two of Clubs is an extremely challenging card, but it's also an extremely positive card. Second most rare card in the deck, almost never comes up for anybody. I rarely ever see this card. It's crazy, but this card is, again, all about trusting yourself, believing in yourself. Some people call this you against the world. Traditionally, it's like you against life, like you're trying to conquer your own life in a lot of ways with this card. It's about needing to it's about really need to believe yourself. People who get this card always have experienced extreme challenge. If you look up Two of Clubs birth card, for example, and you see the list of like famous people and very wealthy people and politicians and things like that, and you look at their early lives, typically it was full of extreme challenge, more than anybody else. But when they overcome that challenge, they become very, very successful, more so than anybody else. Like J.D. Rockefeller, I think, was born under this card. Some other really big time people, and like I said, the message this week is to just go for it, and to kind of remove those fears and go for what you want. this week. You have the Eight of Hearts coming up next, which is a great card. It's like a gift, getting a gift from the universe. It's getting that exchange of energy. This has been another message that's been coming along for Scorpio. And, I feel like I said Cancer at the beginning of this video. I really hope I didn't, but because this is for Scorpio. So if I did, I apologize, but definitely the Scorpio video. This is like that exchange of energy, exchanging energy. Can even be with a person, like I said, if you are one of the ones that's trying to find love, this can be finding somebody where you have that perfect exchange of energy. For a lot more of you, for it's a majority of you, really, it's just work-related or business-related, job-related, money-related, you getting some sort of raise, more money. It could be moving, traveling, starting a new business, starting a new job, getting a new job, all of those things. The good news about the Eight of Hearts is it directly rewards hard work. So the harder you work this week, the bigger the reward you're going to see. And again, I feel like that's a message that you have had for quite some time. Six of Hearts coming in, another great card. I think you actually had this card like last week or something. It directly represents the energy you put out and what you get back. I always say with this card, before getting this card, it's always like you put energy out, but you get nothing back. You're not getting any returns with this card. But all of that is changing now. You are going to get returns. It's like I said, the first half of your reading is it just carries that energy of, so much like being hesitant about moving forward and things like that. But these two cards directly reward moving forward, charging forward even, and they directly reward putting that energy out. So if you've put energy out in the past, haven't gotten it back in relationships and jobs and money and things like that, just know that there's a total change now and you really need to move forward. So thank you, Scorpio, for watching this reading. Hope it helped, and enjoy your week.